Jivan Mukta means a man who lives without carrying the constant irritation which all of us carry. Constant irritation, you can understand. The moment you get out from your bed, come out of your sleep, till you fall asleep, you carry a constant tension and irritation. That is why you are waiting to vomit that on others. You are practically a volcano, waiting to jump on people. All you need is a small reason, that's all. You are waiting for reasons. If you don't get, you create it, that's all. Constantly, you are waiting to vomit. The constant irritation which you are carrying, the tension which you are carrying is happening in you because you believe mind is a thing. If you believe mind is a being, it is not a thing, it is a process. Then suddenly you will see that there is no need for the so much of things which you are creating in you. There is no need to defend yourself so much because there is no enemy. Suddenly you will realize whoever you think as enemy has no base. They are not enemies at all. When you create an enemy who doesn't exist and start fighting with him, naturally you create more and more suffering for you, more and more pain for you. Be very clear. When you understand mind is a process, suddenly you realize you are unclutched. When you start trusting, you can be alive without that constant tension and disturbance which you are carrying in you. You are Jivan Mukta. When you trust your biointelligence, we call in Sanskrit Di. The Gayatri mantra, the great mantra, the first mantra taught to any student, the first technique taught to any student is nothing but awakening that Di, that intelligence, the automatic intelligence which is in you. When you start trusting that, only then the real devotion, real spiritual life starts in you. Please be very clear. Spiritual life starts in you when you trust that tremendous intelligence which is in you. And spiritual life ends, means you achieve enlightenment when you start living without carrying the constant irritation which you carry from your morning to late night. Understand this two things. You are not a thing, you are a process. You are not connected shaft as you think, you are unclutched independent thoughts. These two will liberate you from so many problems which you are carrying. Now, let's enter into the technique of Shiva to realize this truth. He says, he is giving us technique here to experience the words which I uttered now, words which I spoke now. Suppose you are gradually being deprived of strength or knowledge. At the instant of deprivation, transcend. Understand? When I said the identity which you are carrying is not you, you are something more than the identity which you show to the outer world and which you believe as you. There are two identities. One more thing, constantly these two fights with each other. The identity which you show to the outer world and the identity which you carry as you constantly these two fights with each other. Constantly these two fights with each other. One important thing, you are something more than these two identities. Let me give you a small example. In the North India, if you go, in northern parts of India, all the forests, in all the trees, in all the trees, there will be a stick hanging like this. They will hang a stick like this. This is actually a hunter's trap. You may think how a small stick like this can be a trap. What will happen, you know? This stick will be hanging like this. When a bird comes and sits here, just because of bird's own weight, what will happen? The whole thing will become topsy-turvy. See, it will be hanging like this. When a bird comes and sits here, what will happen? For example, just the bird comes and sits here, just because of the weight, it will turn. It will just turn topsy-turvy. It will become like this. Birds are so foolish. They don't understand that if they leave that stick, they can fly. They will think if they leave the stick, they will fall and die. They will fall and hurt themselves, and they will just hold on to that stick. They will just hang on to that stick. They will just cling on to that stick. Slowly the hunter will come after 2-3 hours, just take that catch that bird, put it in the cage and go. Understand? Just like that foolish bird which does not understand, by let going, by opening, by relaxing, he can fly. Same way, just like that foolish bird, we are also holding on to our identity. We do not have confidence, courage. If you just let go, you will become Paramahamsa. That bird, if it relaxes, what will happen? Just 2-3 minutes it has to balance and it will fly. Have you heard any bird falling and breaking the head and dying? It can never happen. It can never happen. At least in my experience, I never heard that. Same way, but that foolish bird cannot think. It is hanging upside down, topsy-turvy. It thinks if it lets go, what will happen? It will fall and break his head, and it will fall and die. It will be hanging. Thinking that stick is a security. That doesn't understand what that bird thinks as a security is not a security, it's a trap. What you think as a security, your identity is not a security, trap. Be very clear. You hold on to that identity. You just hang with that, but you never realize. If you let go, you will become a Paramahamsa, Jivan Mukta. What you think as you, that identity is not necessary for you to be alive, for you to survive, for you to expand. When you don't have that courage, like that bird, you hang on to it. What happens to that bird? What that bird thinks as security is a trap, and after some time, hunter will come, just he will pick up that bird, put the bird in the cage and take that bird. Same way, if you hold on to the identity which you are carrying, not only you will lose your freedom or enlightenment, when Yama comes, he will remove you even from that stick. What you think as your identity, even that will be lost. What you think as your identity? Your money, your properties, your relationships, your friends. These are the things what you think as your identity. When you hold on to that, you can hold on. But when a hunter comes, hunter is a Yama, means Lord of Death. When he comes, even this will be taken away from you. Why to wait till hunter comes? Even in your life, constantly whatever you think your identity is slipping away. If you lose your money, suddenly the identity you are a millionaire is lost. If you lose some of your relatives, suddenly the identity, brother, sister, son, father, it is lost. Constantly, the identity which you are holding, thinking as security, is slipping away from your hands. It's just slipping away from your hands. Here, Shiva is giving you the great technique to experience the enlightenment whenever the identity slips away from your hand. Understand? Constantly identity is slipping away from your hand. But whenever identity slips away, you try to hold strongly. You cry, suffer, try to hold more and more strongly without realizing the freedom is waiting for you. You can just let go. For example, when the bird is hanging in that stick, if a breeze comes, if the stick moves, the bird thinks it has to hold on to the stick more strongly. He doesn't understand. If he opens up, let's go, what will happen? He can just fly. He can be a liberated, Jivan Mukta, Paramahamsa. Same way, just like that foolish bird, we are also hanging to the identity stick. Whenever the identity crisis starts happening in you, use that opportunity as a door to take the quantum jump into enlightenment. Shiva is using that identity crisis moments. He is now giving us a technique to take a quantum jump whenever the identity crisis happens in your life. He says, suppose you are gradually being deprived of strength or of knowledge. You will be deprived of strength whenever your money or relationships are taken away from you. You will be deprived of knowledge whenever you are in dilemma, in confusion. If you are losing your wealth in business, if you are losing some relationship because of your attitude or life, you will feel the tremendous depression or that low energy. Understand, even physically you will feel that. As if all your bones are melting. As if bones are melting. Even physically you will feel that pain, that suffering, the deprivation of energy. Energy being depleted or energy leaving you. Same way, if you are supposed to take some decision, you are in confusion, you will feel the depletion of knowledge, the intelligence is being taken away from you. The right memory is being taken away from you. The decision making power is leaving you. The confusion is becoming more and more. Those moments, we know only how to suffer and create hell in those moments. Now Shiva is giving us a technique to use those moments to take a quantum jump into enlightenment. That's why I say Shiva is not a destroyer as you think. He is the destroyer of ignorance. He is creating more and more new space for new things to happen. Unless the past is destroyed, you will not have space for new things. Updated things cannot happen in your life. Shiva is an energy who is creating space for updated things by creating empty space. Unless few people go out, new people can't come in. Same way, Shiva is an energy creating space for new things to happen. Shiva means auspiciousness, causeless auspiciousness. Here he is creating by this technique an energy in you so that the new things can happen in you. Whenever the identity is slipping away from your hands, he is giving us a technique to use to take a quantum jump into ultimate consciousness, where you can experience the space of Shiva, consciousness of Shiva, the eternal bliss. He says, suppose you are gradually being deprived of strength or knowledge, means whenever you feel what you think as you is slowly slipping away from you. For example, even if some of your relatives die, be very clear, that part of that identity is missing. That is why you feel suffering. Many times, when they are alive, you take them for granted. You never even relate with them. You don't even respect them. I have seen in India, elders, when they are alive, they will have to be living in veranda. After they are dead, their photographs will be inside the house. They themselves can't live in the house, but their photographs will be kept in the house. When they are alive, you don't respect. You take them for granted. When they are dead, you really feel you are missing them. It is not even you are missing them. The identity with them is dying. For example, you are a son as long as your father is alive. When he is dead, the identity of you being a son of somebody is also dead. That part of the identity is dying. That is what creates you a deep pain. Some part of you is dying. If your father dies, if your mother dies, or if some relatives die, the relationship that was part of your being, your identity, that is dying. When that dies, you feel that loneliness, that emptiness, that empty space, that vacuum. That is why you suffer. Whenever you face suffering by the deprivation of energy, by the energy depletion, do not create more depression. Use this technique to take a quantum jump